My name is Donna Camp, and I'm with Anne Arundel Workforce Development Corporation.
My name is Ben Christensen. I'm from the Metro North Regional Employment Board in Cambridge, Massachusetts.
My name is Leslie Witowitz. I work with Central Minnesota Jobs and Training Services as the Development Manager.
My name is Desiree Roten. I'm a Communications Specialist at the San Diego Workforce Partnership, and we are proud recipients of the ReImagine Retail grant.
Through the ReImagine Retail grant, thanks to the Walmart Foundation, we have been able to really put an emphasis and develop the work that we do with both employers and our job seekers along career pathways.
Our organization, the Center of Workforce Innovations in Northwest Indiana, is focused on both the job seeker, those going back into the workforce, or those who are just beginning to go into the workforce for the first time. And then also our focus is incumbent worker training.
In San Diego, one of the ways we've promoted the work of the grant is through these events called Jobs in Java. We also have a version called Hiring and Happy Hour. And what those are, they're informal hiring events where retailers come and they have jobs, and we invite job seekers to meet them. It's about coming together in an informal setting over a cup of coffee, over a craft beer, which is really popular in San Diego. We've really found the feedback from the job seekers and the employers, they love it.
ReImagine Retail has helped the people that we're serving and my organization by enabling us to do assessments on clients, to train them and have them earn credentials, and also to be placed with area employers.
One of our successes was with Clay Coyote, an entrepreneur business that she did pottery. Morgan, the owner of Clay Coyote, would take young job seekers who wished to start their own art business under her wing. She would mentor them, develop a marketing plan. She would coach them in developing a viable business plan.
I think one of the things that makes the work that we're doing in Philadelphia unique is we have been able to really engage with a number of very small but fast-growing employers. And we're at the point where we can help to support them, not just find workers that they need to fill positions, but really develop sort of the culture within their company and the way that their company operates from the beginning.
Some of the things that Anne Arundel Workforce Development is doing for providing opportunities to youth, we're getting them out of the school. We're taking them on site. We're giving them real life experience, and they're getting to hear from the professionals themselves, and they seem to respond really well to that. And the businesses know it's important to start planting seeds with the younger generation because there is such a huge demand in our area. Retail is alive and well in Anne Arundel County.
One of the most impactful things that we've experienced in Northwest Indiana in terms of the ReImagine Retail grant is the fact that we have been able to put 130 people through customer service and sales training, retail fundamentals, advanced customer service and sales, loss prevention, and retail management.
One of the most impactful stories that I have experienced personally is an info session that I did about career pathways. And it just so happened there was only one individual that came for the session that day, and he was a young man, 23 years old, and he came with his mother. And he was referred to us through our disabilities navigator. Well, it turns out he was autistic, but his mother had been his advocate his whole life. And I could just see the look in her eyes that she's been trying to help him transition into a job, and she knows he's ready, but nobody really wants to give him a chance. When she said, "I just want someone to see what an amazing employee he would be," and her eyes welled up, and I lost it. I'm like, I'm gonna help this young man however I can. He ended up doing amazingly well. The group kind of took him under his wing. Sure enough, went to the hiring event. The mother texted me and said, "We got the job." And I had to laugh and say, she said, "We got the job." You know, it was very humbling to have that experience, you know.
Right now, we are working with Prodigy Coffee House, and Prodigy Coffee House is a social enterprise that actually works with Opportunity Youth by providing them with pre-apprenticeship training to help them become full-time baristas. So far, we have actually placed 3 cohorts at Prodigy Coffee House, and I can proudly say that 100% of all of our enrollees have actually finished their training. We have an additional 2 participants that have recently been promoted to full-time baristas, and those 2 participants actually were just recently selected to attend a leadership training in which we help pay for them to go to Los Angeles and actually present with Homeboy Industries, which is one of their coffee partner collaboratives.
There are so many different stories that moved us and really impacted the work we've done with the ReImagine Retail grant. One customer was homeless. He was also chemically dependent and was involved in the criminal justice system. And through his involvement with our career counselor, he was able to promote himself to employers and being able to now sell himself and what he's learned, and now has an apartment and a job and is moving forward now to complete his GED.
One of the greatest stories that the Metro North Regional Employment Board experienced was one of our job seekers that came into our career center who was unemployed. Her name was Shweta. She had several years' experience in retail, was laid off by a large national department store chain. When she came into the center, she was working with a career counselor who saw that she had extensive amount of experience in retail, so she was referred to our retail team at our career center in Metro North. They worked with Shweta to really show her and illustrate that there's a lot of dynamic opportunities in retail. Working closely with the staff, they were able to educate her on the various career pathways and the way that the industry is changing. She was able to secure a job as a lead buyer with an e-commerce site, making $70,000 a year.
If I was talking to my old self when we first started the ReImagine Retail grant, I would say slow down, engage employers first before you move any other piece. Employer engagement after the fact has been a little difficult. So I would focus on employers and in meeting their needs and asking questions that were relative to what they need as retail employers.
What I would tell to my former self prior to getting started with this project would be to give yourself some credit for the work and the progress you make. Even though you set lofty goals, be okay with the progress you're making and reevaluate and really build on the foundation.
Working with customers, learning how to smile and say hi to someone, those kind of skills will be applicable to nearly any job that you take in your future. My name is Patrick Bayer. I'm a program representative with Philadelphia Works in Philadelphia, PA.
My name is Jean Barry. I'm program manager at the workplace in Bridgeport, Connecticut.
My name is Dana Williams, program manager, Denver Workforce Services.
My name is Susan Richardson, and I am the project manager for the Center of Workforce Innovations in Northwest Indiana, and we are a proud recipient of the ReImagine Retail grant.